From a teaching tool to the best-selling toy of all time. This is the story of the Rubik's Cube. It all starts in Hungary in 1974. This guy, named Erno Rubik, he creates the first prototype for the Rubik's Cube. It was made out of wood and held together with paper clips and rubber bands. Eventually, he found a design so the blocks could stay together by themselves, with one core and pieces revolving around it. Now, Erno, he was a 3D teacher. He taught stuff about 3D. So, he decided to add colors to each side. One color on each and every side. But when Erno tried turning the cube, he was confused. He couldn't solve the cube. In fact, it took Erno 1 month to solve his very own invention. In 1977, this toy was sold in Hungary as Búvos Kóka, also Magic Cube. It also got its first patent. In 1980, Erno Rubik partnered with Ideal Toy Corporation to go global. Instead of having the name Búvos Kóka, in English Magic Cube, Ideal Corp decided to change it into Rubik's Cube. Erno, he does not like this name. He once stated that, "From my mouth, it sounds strange to call it Rubik's Cube. If I have a child, I call it my child, not Rubik's boy or Rubik's girl." Erno likes to call his own invention My Cube. In 1980s, the Rubik's Cube became huge! In 1982, the first World Championships were held in Bajnokság, Budapest. Only 20 people competed, and American Min Tai won. The first world record single was also held by Min Tai at 22.95 seconds. But suddenly, in the 1990s, Rubik's stonks fell. They stopped manufacturing a lot of cubes every day. People stopped getting interested by this simple puzzle. They were running out of money. Until the internet became big, really big. In the early 2000s, Jessica Friedrich shared her method, aka the Friedrich method, on the internet. We all know this method today as the CFOP method. The CFOP method is the most popular Rubik's Cube method of all time. It beats Ru, ZBLL, and ZZ. This method is fairly simple. Cross F2L, OLL, and PLL. This saved the Rubik's Cube from a thing of the past to the thing of the future. The stonk line instantly went up. That led to the creation of the 2003 World Rubik's Game Championships. And now they have over 100 competitors. New events, and the 3x3 world record, single and average, were both broken. Now, in 2004, this led to the creation of the WCA, World Cube Association. It governs all the competitions of twisty puzzles. Rubik's Cube, Megaminx, 2x2 Cube, basically all the Rubik's Cubes. But there was a big problem. The cubes they used absolutely sucked. They were slow, cranky, and they were even worse than a Rolls-Royce 9,000 years ago. In 2004, Da Qing Bao decided that this was a great opportunity to create his very own Rubik's Cube company. He called it Dayan. Dayan is still a great cube manufacturer today. Dayan has released several iconic puzzles, such as the Guhong and the Zanqi, both available still today. The Guhong and the Zanqi. And these have revolutionary mechanics, and some of these are still used today. Hashtag Dayan Revolution in the comments. Dayan was easily the best cube manufacturer in the early 2010s. Okay, enough about Dayan. Now let's talk about the best cuber of all time, Feliks Zemdegs. He started competing in 2009, just 13 years old. He beat the Australian national record and Oceanic continental record in his first competition. He broke the world record single and average in 2010. He lowered the time for the world record single to 5.66 seconds at the end of 2012. He dominated not just 3x3, but every single N×N event. He was one of the greatest of all time. Now let's talk about the modern stage, late 2010s to now. Dayan has significantly fallen off, and Dayan has been replaced with Moyu and Gan as the top cube manufacturers. Moyu and Gan drop new cubes every single year. 2020, I got the RS3M 2020, 2021, RS3M 2021, and so on and so on. New innovations such as magnets, UV coating, and maglev were added. Magnets first by Chris Tran of Cubicle Labs on a Weilong GTS-M. The first commercially available UV-coated cube was the GAN 11M Pro. The first commercially available maglev cube was the Moyu RS3M 2021 maglev. And cubing retailers stormed in popularity, collaborating with GAN, Moyu, and other big cubing brands. They are the only reasons why we can buy cubes today. Some famous cubing retailers are thecubicle.com, SpeedCube Shop, and formerly Daily Puzzles. Now let's talk about competitors. Feliks falls in 3x3, but he stays strong on bigger N×N cubes. He is joined by Max Park and Timon Kolosinski on the top of the podium for 3x3. But then in 2020, a bunch of Chinese kids pop up onto the podium. Yiheng Wang, Li Hangsu, and Xuanyi Gang. The 2025 single world record is Xuanyi Gang's 3.05 GBLL solve. And the world record average is held by Yiheng Wang. And now let's just take a quick skip and now talk about entertainment. Netflix in 2020 released a documentary called The Speed Cubers. It revolves around Max and Feliks. And there are a bunch of cubing YouTube channels, like me, that you should go check out. Anyways, that's about it. That's the entire history of the Rubik's Cube, from just a useless teaching tool to the best-selling toy of all time.
Jump!